Hello, everybody on the live stream. So I am starting this. I just did a hit with Larry Kudlow on Fox Business, top of the show. And now that I have a minute, I wanted to hop on the stream because from the live shot, I haven't been at the White House in a few days. And when I got here this morning, I noticed something that you can't see when you see us on Fox or Fox Business because of one of these trees, right? So it's a pretty shot. We've got all these lights, and if you've never seen it, we do have all of these lights so that we never have a shadow on our face. But this tree is obscuring something that is a part of a very big ongoing story here at the White House. Look at the size, and I can't zoom on selfie mode. Look at the size of this crane. Look at that. That is enormous. I know that President Trump has made a point to talk about how he can only see the construction of the White House ballroom from the East Room. I think that at least by now, he might be able to see it out any window on that side of the house. That would be the east side of the White House. This thing is enormous. It's dwarfing the actual White House. And that is part, and it's moving. I mean, President Trump is on Air Force One right now. They left from Zurich and they refueled in Shannon on their way back from Davos. People are working. It hasn't been as loud as you would think. Like the couple days, or at least today, the couple hours that the man of the house is gone, you would think that's when they were going to be doing the really loud stuff. But this is the big crane that they need for all the stuff that's happening underground with the reportedly the new secure facility, the new White House bunker under the East Wing, and of course the ballroom. And yes, I never thought that I would be here as a White House reporter talking about a crane swinging around. Also, not like the most important thing in the world, but what a cool job for whoever the crane operator is. There are so few people who ever get that view. That's a better view of the White House than even the president gets. Typically, I think it's just like the park police helicopter pilots who have authorization to fly over a motorcade, and they don't even have authorization to fly over the White House. Actually, the only people that do are the Marine One pilots, that HMX squadron who picks President Trump up in the helicopter. Those are the only guys who, and they work their whole lives to get the clearance to fly over the White House, either with the president on board or as a decoy. This crane operator has the same view, if not a better view, because he's not going like 100 miles an hour. I think if he was going 100 miles an hour, President Trump would probably have some complaints for the contractor, kind of like the guy who dragged the cart. You guys remember when President Trump called out the contractor for dragging a cart and scratching the new marble in the Club Rose Garden, now that they have some white marble out there. That was a fun Saturday Truth Social. Look at this guy. While we wait and just watch the crane, you can see that, and this is actually pretty interesting. They say that when the president is out of town, that's when a lot of work gets done, because people at their desks don't have to worry about the president of the United States just popping by to ask how things are going. And President Trump, by all accounts, does that a lot. So they say, and this isn't just Trump, this was Biden too, Obama, when he's gone out of the house, that's when a lot of the staff gets all their work done. So it seems like it's actually still a lot busier over there. And again, another little secret, DC secret about the White House. A vast majority of people who say that they work at the White House, they don't work here in the West Wing. And they definitely don't work in the East Wing, because there isn't one right now. They work here, the old War Department, and that is just because that is where that's where they have space for all the offices to make the country run. But I digress. While it is busier over there this week, it is way emptier here in the Pebble Beach row of tents. It's really just, it's us and a few of the folks who just rent these things out for the day. So don't miss our next report on Brett Baer's show at 6 o'clock Eastern, 5 Central. We got some questions coming in here on the chat. Let me take a look. When is the president expected to land back at the White House? That would be in the 8 p.m. hour. I think it's going a little slow coming back because there was some weather in Switzerland, so they couldn't fly from whatever hotel he was at to Air Force One. They had to motorcade like through the mountains, which was probably awesome. And they are also on the smaller Air Force One, like the 757, because the big one had a mechanical problem. We don't know exactly what was up with that, but they took off the other night and then got over the Atlantic, and the Air Force pilots had to turn it back around. So 8 p.m. hour. Good question. What else do we have in here? What else has been happening at the White House while the president is overseas? A lot of work has been done Monday through Thursday. Most of the staff will be gone by the time that the president gets back, but there will be some folks in the Oval Office who will give him some files, stuff that they don't want to send him, even on secure lines. And what else? Here in D.C., everybody's getting ready for this crazy storm. I was looking at one of the newspapers, maybe it was the Washington Post, and the low end of the forecast here is like 2 inches, and the high end is 15. So we're getting between 2 and 15 inches of snow this weekend. And it seems like everybody in DC is making necessary preps because this is not a town. It's not in the South. What's the old JFK quote that it's a city with northern charm and southern efficiency? Maybe I had that backwards, but they don't do snow great here. And a lot of folks that work here at the White House live in Virginia. The governor there said they might not have snow plows to people's neighborhoods until 2 to 5 days after the snow, or 2 to 3 days. So the snow, like 170 million others in this country, people here at the White House are getting ready. What is this? Another question from the chat. What is the sentiment on Capitol Hill as the Greenland deal concept was discussed? You know, there are a lot of people who want this Golden Dome, which they don't really know how the technology is going to work yet. They just know that we need to deter future threats, ballistic missiles, especially once AI possibly gets involved in defense and missile systems. They want to have this Golden Dome there. It seems like Democrats and Republicans agree. That's a good thing. People just didn't want there to be like a Venezuela-style raid to go and take something in Venezuela or in Greenland that would give the U.S. control of the whole place. It seems like everybody's happy with the way that things have gone. President Trump says we're not going to go use the military, and the president actually says, I believe it was to Maria Bartiromo today, he says that the U.S. got everything that they wanted. So people on Capitol Hill, the Democrats will say, predictably, they will have a problem just with the pursuit of Greenland in the first place. But you're not going to find any serious lawmakers who have problems with the U.S. finding a new place to put missile defense, because that is something that will help the next Democrat president and the next Republican president. And with that, I'm getting a message that I have to go and give a vocal track to my package that I already wrote and had approved by Brett Baer's team. And that's going to air in about an hour and 40 minutes. So please don't miss it. I'll be back over there with the lights and a space heater. Au revoir.